Time for a 6-month review. So these are the JK boots. They were, around 700 bucks, a little more. I think like 750. These are the Bison, 10-inch, the long one, the tall ones, whatever you want to call it. And I don't have any problem with these boots. Break-in period was fine. It wasn't hard. It does have a break-in period, even though they advertise that it doesn't. But it's a very easy break-in period. Maybe 3 weeks or so to actually get them broken. I know people are like, oh no, there's no break-in and all of that. I'm being real with you. You got to break in the boots, just like any other pair of quality boots. You're going to have to break in the boots. It's a softer leather. It's easier to break in, but you still have to break in the boot by wearing it and using it. So the only thing I'm wearing out on the boot is the heel because of the way I walk. But because of the way they designed the boot with the sole, as you can see, the heel stack is on top of the Vibram sole, because these have Vibram soles. I could just replace the heel. I could just replace this portion right here, and I don't have to try to get a resole when my soles are fine. And I've been wearing these pretty much 5 to 6 days a week for the last 6 months. I wear them as much as I can. Under different conditions, I have different boots that are wore. Like in the dead of winter, of course, I'm wearing Thorogoods. The insulation is just top notch in those, and they're the warmest boots that I've ever had that are also waterproof. So stitching is still good. Not having any problems with it. Just not really having any problems at all with the boot. And I always wear the heels out. So I don't have any splitting, any cracking. I hadn't had any water getting into the boots. I washed them once. I've washed them once. I've oiled them once. And I wear the boots so much that I don't really have time to, wash them a whole lot. But I brush them off occasionally, when they get a little too soiled. But yeah, guys, these boots have been holding up. If they weren't, I'd tell you. Of course, the uppers, every place where my pant leg is normally sitting, it looks brand new. But that's kind of how they're going to wear in, that piece you see on the heel. It gets a little lighter, So you can kind of see the wear, but they got signs of wear on them. But for me, I have never had a pair of boots to go past, 10 months to a year anyway. Normally around the 10-month mark, the boots are giving up the ghost, and I think these are gonna be, these are gonna pass that. These are built right. And I'm just saying that because I can wear the boots all day, and when I get home, I'm not rushing to take the boots off. I'm taking them off. Normally, I'm unlacing my boots 9:30. I'm taking them off. I'm lacing them up around between 6 and 7 a.m. and I'm taking them off 9:30, just before it's time to hit the shower and hit the bed. So definitely going over 12 hours a day on these boots, and they don't hurt my feet or anything like that. So they made a quality product, man. I mean, it is what it is. They made a quality product, and so far it's holding up. I don't want to say too much because, like I said, it's just 6 months. I'll see how they do at 12, but, you know, so far so good. I'll let you know in another 6 months if everything's still the same. Hopefully by then, I'll have a new heel. The problem with getting that heel replaced is that I don't want to give up the boots. I don't want to send them in, so I'm going to go to a local cobbler to have that done. And, you know, I don't want to be without the boots for a period of time, especially during this season. This is the first spring/summer season these boots are going to, because I got them in the wintertime. And I think I'll do it after the season when I'm not going so hot and heavy with the work, and as stuff cools down. I do have several other boots that I can wear. I just like wearing these more. You know what I'm saying? The Red Wings, they're good. They're not very comfortable. They seem to rub a lot. In, I guess the last that they're using is it rubs my toes and different parts of my foot a lot, to where after so many hours, they're not comfortable anymore. I'm rushing to take those Red Wings off at the end of the day. I'm coming up out of those Red Wings quick. You know, I just can't wait to go ahead and get them off. You know, so, but I like them because they're tough as nails and they're totally waterproof, which I like. So I won't ever get rid of them. The Thorogoods, those are my winter boots. It's more like a kind of like a suede, or, you know, it's not really suede. It's like a really tight, rough out kind of, I don't know. It's not the smooth leather. So like the rest of my boots are. So, but those are my 3 main boots. The Thorogoods for the winter. The Red Wings, you know, I would say that's my backup pair. Extreme conditions, like if it's going to be like, these boots are not waterproof, by the way. They're water resistant, and I hadn't had a problem with water getting in them. But if I know I got to work out in the rain and I'm going to be in big puddles all day, I'm not going to wear these boots. I'm going to put on the Red Wings because I know I'm for sure not going to have a problem with those. So, you know, the leather is tougher and the break-in is harder, and they're not as comfortable. I mean, they're not egregious or anything. You know, they're okay. It's just after 8 hours, I'm ready to take them off. So, but yeah, that's how these JKs, I don't remember what they call them. I think it has a little logo over here. I'm not sure. I don't know what they call these boots. SuperDuties. I think the SuperDuties or something like that. I don't know. But I just wanted to go ahead because I did have a viewer, and he wanted to be kept updated. He was like, people get these boots, they review them when they first get them, you don't hear anything about them anymore. So I did the unboxing, like the first overview, then I did a 3-month, and now I'm doing the 6-month review on these boots, and here they are. Great looking boot, by the way. Great looking boot. The laces, the leather laces, they're really long. I didn't trim mine. You probably, when you first lace up the boots, you probably trim them to the right, you know. But I like them long. I hadn't noticed too much of a stretching issue. They have stretched, but, you know, it doesn't bother me. I don't mind the long laces. And I lace my boots all the way up, and I use the, I lock them in with that last little hole there. So, yeah, super happy with these boots. There's a little tag. But yeah, I'm super happy with these so far, guys. I will let you know how they continue to perform as I continue to use them, especially after the season, because I go pretty hard this time of the year. So we'll see if they can withstand the RV Tech Pro through a full-on RV season. We'll see what they could do. The jeans, these are the what are these? Duluth Trading 40 grit. By far, in my estimation, better than the ballroom jeans. The ballroom jeans, they're all nice and pretty, and you know, they look real cool, and they got the soft materials and all that, and they tear up in the washer. they end up with a bunch of holes in them. I've worn these way more than the ballroom jeans, and I don't have, I even got bleach spots and stuff on them. I haven't had any holes or any problems with these jeans, so I would suggest saving yourself a bunch of money. And if you can find, like, now, if you don't like the fitment, you're gonna have to go with the ballroom jeans if you just definitely want to go with Duluth Trading. But if you know, they don't offer as many options in the 40 grit, I think, as far as if you like a slim fit and all this different stuff like that. I don't know if you can get all of that in the 40 grit. I think they kind of limited options on those, but it's a good jean, and it holds up, guys. This jean holds up, bro. I didn't have good luck with the 40, not the 40 grit. I got good luck with the 40 grit. The ballroom jeans, those tore up on me pretty quick, man. So I don't see why I would spend the extra money. I would buy these again, these 40 grit, and my wife likes the I guess the way they make the jean, and it ends up with all these little lines or whatever in it. My wife likes that, so she likes these jeans the way they look. But a little bit too baggy for my taste. You know, I like a straight leg jean. You know, not a skinny jean. I'm not a teeny bopper. I don't get that anyway, man. That just looks weird to me. But I don't, you know, especially fat guys like me. Fat guys in skinny jeans. I don't get that. But yeah, a little bit too baggy. So if I could find maybe if they came up with like a more of a straight leg or a slim fit, you know, normal pair of pants, man. Hey, man, I'm gonna catch you guys later. I got some work to do in the trailer. I gotta get ready for an H-column assembly replacement yet again. Yeah, I do a lot of those, guys, because they fail a lot. They just do. All right, and you know, according to Lippert, it's because of poor installation by the OEMs, not because their system sucks. So the jury's still out on that. You know, I think maybe that's 50% true on the installation, because that really affects those. They got a tight tolerance, and the OEMs are slapping these things together in 4 hours. So I would not be surprised if that had a lot to do with the failures on the Swintex. Besides that, the last few that I've done were inverted, and that's all Lippert. That's just a design flaw, man. Crappy design. All right, guys.